cry when they told me Adam was gone. I nodded. I answered questions. I signed forms. I identified his watch and his wedding band like I was confirming items on a checklist. The crying came later, in small, inconvenient waves, while brushing my teeth, while staring at the dent his car keys had left in the hallway table. 2 weeks after the funeral, the doctor used the word bleed, and everything else dissolved. Our daughter needed emergency brain surgery. There was no space for grief in that room, just urgency, consent forms, a number written on a clipboard, an $80,000 out of pocket after insurance. I didn't have it. Adam's parents arrived at the hospital with controlled faces and pressed clothes, hugged me carefully as if I might shatter. His father asked for the estimate. His mother asked to speak privately. Their offer was efficient. They would cover the surgery immediately. But the company, the house, sign them over. It was temporary, said, just until things stabilized. You can't manage all of this alone. Let us protect what Adam built. Remember staring at the cafeteria table between us. The laminate was peeling at one corner. My daughter was upstairs with a shaved patch on her head, waiting for a surgeon. I signed. The pen didn't tremble. That's what still surprises me. I signed because I believed property was replaceable and time wasn't. Because I believed gratitude required silence. The surgery was successful. She survived. The relief was so physical it felt like collapse. Slept in a plastic chair for 3 nights, listening to the steady rhythm of hospital machines and telling myself I had made the right choice. When we were discharged, we didn't go home. We went back to the house, technically, but the paperwork had already begun shifting things. Father was, temporarily, overseeing the company. Meetings were rescheduled without me. Decisions were made. For stability, was thanked for my cooperation. I began to feel like a guest in my own kitchen. Grief changes your memory. It blurs edges. But one afternoon, while searching for insurance documents, I found a folder Adam had insisted I keep in my desk drawer months ago. You should understand how this works, he had said at the time, tapping the stack of papers. I had laughed. He was the one who ran the company. I trusted him. Inside were copies of the company's governing documents and a trust agreement. Adam had built safeguards into the structure, quiet ones. In the event of his death, controlling interest couldn't be permanently transferred without full board review and independent counsel present. Major change signed under documented medical duress could be contested. At the hospital, no board member had been notified. No independent review had occurred. I didn't confront his parents. I didn't accuse them of coercion. Scheduled a meeting with an attorney. She read the documents twice, then looked up at me. You may have more leverage than you think. The motion was filed within the week. When the notice reached them, they called. His mother sounded wounded. His father sounded offended. Calls go to voicemail. Everything moved through attorneys after that. The court hearing was brief and procedural. Medical records were presented. Timeline discrepancies were noted. Governance clauses were read into the record. The judge ordered an immediate freeze on the asset transfers pending compliance review. It wasn't dramatic. No one raised their voice. That room, the control shifted, visibly, formally. Authority intervened in black and white. Over the next month, the house transfer was voided due to improper execution during a documented medical emergency. The company's shares reverted to their original trust structure. I regained voting rights and equal control under the terms Adam had set. Dominance, not revenge. Balance. When I moved back into the house fully, legally mine again, it didn't feel triumphant. It felt quiet. My daughter was still healing. There were follow-up scans and therapy appointments and nights when I lay awake listening to her breathe. Adam's parents no longer visited unannounced. Communication became polite, filtered, restrained. They had paid for the surgery. Truth didn't disappear. Neither did the condition they attached to it. Nothing about this is clean. I attend board meetings now. Prepare. I ask measured questions. I don't overreach when I speak. People listen, not because I am louder, but because I am informed. Sometimes I stand in the kitchen and run my hand over the counter where I once felt like a guest. The house feels different now, warmer, just steadier. I signed everything because I was desperate. I remembered because I was done being powerless. There was no celebration when the final documents were restored. No announcement. Just a confirmation email from my attorney and a slow, familiar sensation settling in my chest, not relief, not victory. Something quieter. Control returned carefully to my hands.